I'm making this video kasi I want to make sure that I develop accountability on reaching my goals. Kasi laging hindi ko nagagawa. I had a lot of clients who reached their goal. Pero nung ako na yung nag-downhill yung health, nag-downhill yung lifestyle, yung napabayaan yung sarili, nung gusto ko nang ibalik ulit yung mas fitter and healthier version ko, hindi ko na magawa. I've reached this age, living a life of reaching the expectations of other people. Their expectations from me. I've lived a life na parang lagi kong may gustong patunayan sa ibang tao. This time around, I want to give time to myself to help her reach her goal, to help her become the person she always dreamed of. And this is why I'm making this video. Because I'm making myself my accountability partner. There was a time that I took medication for my anxiety for 1 month. Bago ako ma-diagnose with anxiety disorder, ang mindset ko nun, mind over body. Lahat ng maisip ko, kaya kong maabot. Pag inisip kong kaya ko to. I overused my body. Workaholic ako, competitive nga ako, di ba? Simula umaga, hindi pa sumisikat ang araw, nagtatrabaho na ako. Lubog na ang araw, malapit na maghahating gabi. Doon pa lang matatapos ang trabaho ko. Ganun akong klaseng tao noon. Ganun ako ka-competitive. Dumating na lang sa punto na hindi ko na kayang kontrolin yung sarili ko. Yung sarili kong katawan, hindi ko nakokontrol. Control freak ako noon eh. I like control. Actually, OC nga ako talaga eh. Meron akong obsessive-compulsive behavior nung elementary to high school days ko. Matindi yun. Gusto ko lahat nakaayos, lahat naka-organize. Kahit yung simpleng bote sa ref, tandang-tanda ko yun. Pinapantay-pantay ko yung pagkakalagay sa ref. Parang yung makikita mo sa supermarket pag bagong ayos, yung pantay na pantay yung layo nila sa isa't isa. Tapos nakaharap sila lahat. Tapos bago ko isara yung ref, pagkasara ko ng ref, sisipatin ko pa ulit yun for one more time. Pag okay na, sasara ko, bubuksan ko ulit, titingnan ko, yung urong-urong ko ng konti. Sasara ko ulit, bubuksan ko, yung urong-urong ulit ng konti hanggang perfect na siya sa paningin ko. Even on my clothes, lahat yun nakatiklop ng pantay-pantay, naka-arrange by colors. And yung worst ko is na kahit yung ibang tao affected. Because yung high school tayo, uso yung retreat, and I didn't actually remember this, but my classmates told me, in fun na lang, college na kami nun, mga kaibigan ko, sabi nila sa akin, nung high school retreat namin, kinausap ko yung lahat ng kasama ko sa kwarto, at tinuro ko sa kanila kung saan yung mga tamang lagayan ng tsinelas, ng kanilang mga toiletries. Inorient ko sila kasi gusto ko lahat nakaayos. At hindi lang yun, yung kung paano nila ayusin yung gamit nila. In-explain ko pa yung tsinelas, kailangan nakalinya rito, pantay-pantay. Gano'n katindi yung pagiging obsessive compulsive ko nung bata pa ako. Buti na-conquer ko yun actually. Siguro nung college ako, ano na lang ako, perfectionist na lang ako nun. Sobrang bilis kong ma-disappoint. Sobrang taas ng expectation ko sa sarili ko. Gusto ko perfect. Ayoko ng sakto-sakto lang. Ayoko ng mediocre work. Gusto ko the best. Ganun ako parate. Ganun ako ka-competitive. Ganun yung mindset ko. So, yung ganung pakiramdam na gusto ko kontrolado ko yung mga bagay-bagay. And dumating ako sa point when I reached 23 years old, suddenly I lost control of my own body. At the time, I felt like I was on the fittest year of my life. At the time, I was joining aquathlon. I swim and run at the same time. I even joined triathlon relay. I was the swimmer. Yung 5150 triathlon relay. Kasali ako doon back in 2013. I was 23 years old. Kasali ako doon. I was teaching cycling classes sa gym. I was teaching swimming. I was teaching intense exercises. Name it. I train people how to do that. And sinasabayan ko sila habang ginagawa nila yun. So I was moving a lot all day long. I feel like I'm very strong. And suddenly, my body fails me. I told my body to move. I told my body to stand up straight. I told my body not to fall down. I told my body to calm down. But it's not following. Doon ko na-realize kung anong limitasyon ng katawan natin. Doon ko na-realize yung limitasyon ko. Doon ko na-realize yung kahinaan ko. And it was so damn hard. For the first time in my life, I felt very strong. And suddenly, I was very weak. I was out. Alam mo yun, napilitan akong mag-slow down. Not just to slow down. I was living a fast-paced life. Pero, because of my anxiety, I have to suddenly stop. I thought I'm already gaining my momentum. Boom, 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 ratsyada sa career. And suddenly, I cannot get out of bed. Suddenly, I keep falling down. Literally. Suddenly, I cannot breathe. Suddenly, my whole body is shaking. I've experienced seizure, hyperventilation, naninigas yung buong katawan ko. Ang dami-daming tumatakbo sa utak ko, hindi ko mapigilan. Then I have to take medications for that. My doctor told me na I have to come back after 1 month. Pero hindi ako bumalik. Hindi ako bumalik because I feel ashamed of my illness. Yung time na yun, parang ayokong ma-judge. Back then, 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, people are not open about their mental health. Mental health is not something we talk about. When you're sad, when you're down, you just brush it off your shoulders and you go back to work. Lumaki ako sa panahon na kahit pagod ka, 'pag kailangan mong gawin 'yan, gagawin mo 'yan. Tatapusin mo yung trabaho, tatapusin mo yung assignment mo kasi kailangan. Kahit na anong nararamdaman mo, kahit gaano ka kalungkot, kahit iyak ka ng iyak, at the end of the day, you have to deliver your results. You barely have time to deal with your emotions. But being diagnosed with anxiety disorder at that time crushed me. I kept that a secret for so many years. Kasi ayokong tingnan ako ng ibang tao ng iba ako. Ayokong isipin nilang baliw ako. Ayokong isipin nilang mahina ako. Ayokong ma-judge. Lagi ko nga 'di ba pinapatunayan yung sarili ko. Very competitive nga ako, 'di ba? Perfectionist nga ako. Control freak. Bakit ko sasabihin yung kahinaan kong yun? Only when I took up my master's and we had this psychology class that I learned that this is not something to be ashamed of. My mental illness is a part of me. Only then, nung napag-aralan ko siya, hindi lang pala ako, marami pala. People just don't talk about it as much back then. But I'm not alone. It's not something to be ashamed of. And over the years, I've learned that my weakness doesn't necessarily mean that it makes me weak. Sometimes our weakness is what makes us strong. Because our weakness teaches us lessons. It reminds us that we are human. I realize you don't have to be perfect. It's okay not to be perfect. It's okay not to be okay. Though that is easy to say, it's really hard to do. And every day up until to this day, I still tell myself every time that I don't feel good, every time that I have a bad day, just tell myself it's okay not to be okay. And honestly, you can deal with your anxiety or your mental health, whatever you're going through, without medication because there are a lot of ways to deal with it. I didn't want to take medication simply because yung time na nagte-take ako ng medication, naramdaman kong dependent ako sa gamot. Pag tinake ko yung gamot, I feel good. Pag nag-uumpisa ng mag-subside yung effect ng gamot, I started to think different. I started to feel different. And I have to take the medicine again. I don't like that feeling. Knowing the control freak in me, I don't like that feeling. So I decided I will not take medicine. I'll find ways to manage my mental health. That's actually another reason why I stayed as a fitness coach for more than a decade. Because as a fitness coach, I have to keep myself healthy. And by doing so, I have to live a healthy life. I have to live a balanced life. And yun yung naging paraan ko on managing my anxiety disorder. Being a coach for more than a decade have helped me at some point Staying in that career have also broke me